Welcome back. For more on our top stories, please remember you can visit our website, channelstv.com and youtube.com/channelsweb. You can also watch us on the go on your mobile device. All you need to do is log on to m.channelstv.com or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows devices from their respective stores. Having the Channels TV and the Channels 24 apps will give you access to news and updates. You'll also have access to the eyewitness feature, so you too can be part of the news. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the menu. Don't forget to follow the instructions you see. Hundreds of supporters of the All Progressives Congress marched through the streets of Kaduna to celebrate the return of President Muhammadu Buhari. The APC supporters staged a rally at the popular Murtala Muhammad Square, appreciating God for the recovery of President Buhari, and they are optimistic that his return will rekindle the war against corruption, insurgency and secession. But the procession moved from the Murtala Muhammad Square to the Government House, Kaduna, where they are expected to be addressed by the State Governor, Nasir El-Rufai. To health matters now, affordable healthcare delivery is one of the legacies the present administration in Anambra State wants to leave after its tenure. Apart from public hospitals, the state government believes that many more options should be open to the people, which is why it is funding some of the operations of mission hospitals in the state. 258 million naira was given to the faith-based hospitals as intervention funds to run a proper healthcare system in Anambra State.
Healthcare service is one of the priorities of the Obiano administration.
His Excellency, Chief Whip, Obiano.
The governor is holding nothing back to ensure hospitals in the state get the required upgrade with the distribution of 250 million naira as intervention fund to mission hospitals. This, in addition to services rendered by public hospitals, will help to strengthen the state's primary healthcare system.
One of the challenges we have in emergencies is that it depends on the weight of that emergency. So that if you don't have a structured way of managing emergencies, you have fragmented ways. This person will be doing the other thing, the other person will be doing the other thing, and eventually you do less. And that's why we have what we call the Anambra State Integrated Emergency Management Services.
The funds are being distributed according to the number of hospitals owned by the various denominations, as well as their capacity, as worked out in the state's 2017 budget.
Every primary health center will get that tricycle keke ambulance. Very unique, made by NRC. The money we give to the mission hospitals, they're easy to do things that will make sure that the patient is comfortable when they get there. Sometimes they build the fences, the boreholes, the electricity. These are things that make the patient comfortable.
The Roman Catholic Mission received 159 million naira. The Anglican Communion got 84 million naira, while the Pentecostal Mission was presented with a check for 15 million naira.
On behalf of the bishops of Anambra State, Archbishop Valerian, Bishop Pilato, Bishop Collins Oka, and Dennis Isuzo, that what we have provided for our hospital, we shall use it diligently to achieve the purpose.
The health sector in Anambra State is structured in 3 critical areas that include provision of infrastructure, comfort of patients, and training of healthcare workers.
At least 8 persons are feared dead after a truck loading with sand collided with a commercial bus carrying passengers along the Opa Sapomba Road in Benin City, the Edo State capital. The accident, which happened this morning, is allegedly caused by failed brakes, resulting in the driver losing control of his vehicle and smashing into the bus. Among the dead are women and children, as well as the driver of the bus and the conductor. Our correspondent in Benin reports that the angry bus drivers and community youths have set the truck ablaze. They are also asking the state government to urgently create parks for commercial buses and to regulate the activities of truck drivers. The program coordinator of the federal government's National Cash Transfer Scheme, Dr. Pt.2, is advising state governments who are yet to key into the system to do so to help improve the lives of the people. A meeting in Abuja organized by the National Cash Transfer Office, which aims to speed up the implementation of the scheme. Dr. Sikaye criticizes the low acceptance of the program by state governments despite the social benefits to the people.
No fewer than 112 million Nigerians are living below poverty level, according to figures from the National Bureau of Statistics in October 2015. To help reduce the poverty rate in the country, in October 2016, President Buhari's administration introduced the Conditional Cash Transfer Scheme.
I work for Save the Children, but I'm here to represent Mr.
This review meeting in Abuja seeks to discuss and draft strategies to upscale the intervention.
The National Cash Transfer Program is one of the components of the Social Investment Program of the federal government, which provides access to cash transfer for poor and the vulnerables across Nigeria. The objectives of the program are to increase and improve household consumptions, improve human capital development, and delivering regular and reliable transfers in a way that is accessible.
The scheme involves the transfer of 5,000 naira monthly to the poorest in the society, as identified by their communities. So far, 9 pilot states are benefiting from the scheme. They are Borno, Bauchi, Cross River, Niger, Kogi, Oyo, Ogun, and Ekiti states. However, 27 more states need to be captured.
One of the roles that we expected the state to play is to establish a physical office equipped with a staff, and that is all that is expected of a state.
The beauty of this process is the way we've developed it is that it's also built capacity of all the stakeholders who are involved. So it's not that you're giving them just a manual to read, but it's something that they can relate to and they have practiced. And having done it in one state, we can offer support to other states to also be able to implement it.
Statistics from states that are benefiting from the scheme so far show that 800 million naira has been disbursed to date and benefits communities, and not just in monetary terms, but also the improvement of skills and ultimately their livelihood.
Nigerian youths have been encouraged to desist from entertaining hate speeches, as it has a negative effect on the peace and unity of the country. The Ooni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Enitonguwusi, gave the charge while declaring open the 2017 Youth Empowerment Summit, organized by a non-governmental organization, Young Entrepreneurship of Nigeria, in collaboration with the Ooni of Ife to empower 8,000 youths. Describing the youth as the mirror of the nation, the monarch explained that hate speeches and blame games will only truncate the survival and continuity of Nigeria. He says the youth should come together to chart a new course for the socio-political challenges confronting the nation instead of blaming the government.
The history of this country, we should be very mindful of Nigerian history. Hate speeches going on here and there is not acceptable. Any youth in this country that is being used for such a vessel should be proud to be a Nigerian youth, because we are the mirror of the entire black race. If anything should go wrong, God forbid, to Nigeria, it is going to affect the entire black race. And that is not our prayer. We, Nigerian youth, let us all come together, support government. They are not perfect. We know that. But from our own effort, what are we doing?
Still to come on News Across Nigeria, we'll tell you the new plans by the Minister of Information on how digitization in Nigeria, broadcasters, digitization can actually be encouraged. Please stay with us.